Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Magnitude, the debut solo record of Rob Arnold, the guitarist, songwriter and producer mostly known from the bands Chimaira and The Elite, also 6 Feet Under. My story with Rob's music is pretty simple. Back in like 2001 or 2, I got a CD sampler called Download 2001. It had several different metal bands and it had Chimaira with the song Dead Inside. It was the demo version, I've loved it, and years later my cousin's boyfriend recorded some music on my MP3 for me, and most of the music he put there was actually Chimaira's second studio album, The Impossibility of Reason. I just loved that record, and in 2008 when I finally got the internet, I've just checked the entire Chimaira's discography. It was amazing, love at first sight. Every album is unique, has its own sound, and doesn't have any weak songs. Most of this Chimaira success comes from Rob because his songwriting skills are out of this world. Every track he does is just so unique and great sounding. Even on the Infection album, which people don't like but I just love it, especially tracks like The Heart of It All, Coming Alive, very underrated stuff. After the Age of Hell album in 2011, Rob left the band because of tensions between him and the vocalist. Nowadays they are friends, so it's great, but back then they didn't like each other. Rob joined 6 Feet Under and wrote one album with them, and some of the songs he wrote also ended up on the next album and some compilation from 2018. At the same time he also started the Elite project, which is actually really nice. They've released one EP and one album in 2018 called Total Destruction. Next year I am going to review it for the 5th anniversary. And now finally, after years of waiting, we get Magnitude, an album that I think was already recorded in like 2014 or 15. That might not be true, but I think it is because the whole album features Anders on the drums. You know, the classic Chimaira drummer, and nowadays he's too sick to play the drums. I hope he will get better. That's basically the whole lineup for this record, Rob and Anders. The production is tight, it's very clean but punchy at the same time. Message is just music, this is an instrumental album. Structure-wise the tracks are advanced. Usually we get 2 or 3 solos per song. Lots of segments and tempo changes, I like it. Musically, this sounds like a mix of progressive metal and groove metal with some thrash and death influences here and there. Every song has that Rob vibe to it. You wouldn't mistake it for someone else. The album starts with Brontosaurus, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a really good song. What I don't enjoy that much is the main guitar riff. It sounds very genty and basic. Everything else is great. Especially that part before the middle of the song, I really enjoy that one. It's a good track, 7 out of 10. Decoy on the other hand is slightly faster than the previous song, which was more groovy based. I love the guitar work here, especially before the middle part yet again. What's weird about this track is the last 30 or 40 seconds. I don't enjoy them that well. I think this is the weakest song on the record, but I still think it's fun to listen to. 6 out of 10. Mercury is a song that has that old school Metallica vibe to it in the beginning. At least that's what I'm feeling. As usual, I enjoyed the lead guitar work here and the overall feeling of this song. A good track, 7 out of 10. The title track starts with a melody that is very similar to Marilyn Manson's song Target Audience. You should check it out, they sound very similar to each other. The only difference I think is the tuning, and this one is slightly slower than Marilyn Manson's one. I do enjoy that melody a lot. Later the song picks up, it's still atmospheric and just fun to listen to, but I feel like it could have been much more. 7 out of 10. I don't know how to pronounce the 5th track, but I do enjoy it a lot, especially the first minute. It has that fun, groovy melody to it, just some banger material. It's sad that later the song changes into something else, I wish we had more of that fun, groovy stuff, like at the beginning. 7 out of 10. Ghost Roaster is very similar to the previous song. I think it was released as a single before the album dropped. I also did enjoy it a lot, but it feels like it lacks something. 7 out of 10. As you can hear, I am not mentioning the drums like at all. It's because they are just played very well and I have nothing against them. Classic Andal stuff. Prototype is one of those songs where I enjoy most of it, but some of the guitar riffs aren't just my thing. So 7 out of 10. Infinite Nightmare is my third favorite song on this record. I enjoy its heavy atmosphere. The riffs are kinda 6 feet underish sometimes here. Another good track, 7 out of 10. Assassin, on the other hand, is a banger, especially the intro. The intro to this song just straight up kills. I love it. I wish it was more of it in the track. It later returns, but it's not enough for me. I wish it was longer, that whole heavy blasting section. This entire record has that classic Chimaira vibe to it, and this song is one of the highlights. 8 out of 10. Conscious Shock is my favorite song on this record. I just love it. The guitar work, the drums, everything. Straight up banger. I like how fast it is. I like the atmosphere it creates. 9 out of 10. And at the end we have Deadbolt. I think this is one of the weaker songs here. It's still better than the first 2 tracks on the record. Classic rap stuff, 7 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. Replayability? Yeah, it's a good album. I feel like my expectations were a little bit too high with this record. You know, I wanted another The Infection or The Impossibility of Reason, and that's never going to happen. But I think that this is a good album. The highlights are Conscious Shock, Assassin, Infinite Nightmare, the 5th track, which I cannot pronounce, and Mercury. Go and check out this album right now, you won't regret it. This is some great metal work. I cannot wait for more projects from Rob. He always releases some quality music, and we need more. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my other reviews. Bye!